If your hamstrings aren't growing, it's likely due to one of these two things I bet you didn't know. The hamstring muscle does two actions, meaning it does knee flexion and it extends the hip. A lot of times when people train the hamstring muscle, they only train it by flexing the knee or training it by extending the hip. Now, to be successful, you solely have to do each, and then you have to do exercises that combine them both. Let's give you examples of how the hamstring works extending the hip. If you're going to do a jump like you're jumping up to play basketball, to dunk the ball, that extends the hip. Exercises like cycling, jogging, that combines bending the knee, so knee flexion, and extending the hip. Now, let's go over some exercises to work on knee flexion. One I like to do at the gym, you've seen it before, the hamstring curl, either seated or from a prone position. Great way to work on solely knee flexion. All right. If you're not at a gym, you can also do this lying down on your stomach or from a standing position and bending the knee. I also really like working into some bridges and curling the legs because that's also a great way to capture knee flexion. A very underrated exercise is the Nordic, right? It's a great way to challenge knee flexion as well. Now, when we're talking about extending the hip, exercises includes doing bridges from a leg straight position, also lying down on your stomach, keeping that leg straight like an arrow and extending the hip up. I want you to train in both of those directions. Now we need to talk about combining both of them, all right? One really effective exercise I like is a single leg bridge. You get the knee in the flex position and then you're extending that hip. Great way to capture the hamstring muscles, all right? Another exercise that I really like is lying down on your stomach, getting that knee bent, and then extending the hip up into the air. I really want you guys to work on focusing on strengthening the hamstring in both of those directions and then blending it together. That's the missing key. That is the missing link that I want you guys to incorporate now into your routine. If you found this video, please like, share, subscribe. I am Khaleel, a physical therapist that helps endurance athletes. I'll see you in the next video.